Hi there, welcome to Riverdance, episode 22, City Skylines Riverdance Hard Mode. It's been about a week since I've done an episode, and although I've been uploading them nonstop because I was backlogged, um, we've had a little occurrence with Paradox or SimCity or City Skylines. Paradox did an upload recently, or a download recently of updates for our game. It's something that happens without our being able to control that. It just, when you turn the game on, if there are uploads, it uploads them or downloads them to you. Well, it downloaded something that changed my ability to go in and do first persons the way I would like. I cannot go in anymore at all by going down like so, like I used to do. And then here I would hit the tab button and I'd hit the W and I could go down deeper until I was nose to the ground there and then move the mouse forward, and that would make me stand up and I could be me in the game. And then we could turn right or left or go forward or back or do whatever I wanted to do. Now I cannot do that at all. I hit the tab button, I hit the W button, and it just goes forward this way instead of down into the game. So I can no longer float down into the game. Extremely frustrating because that was my favorite thing to do. If I jump down into a person, which I can still do with the camera, I can then follow that person around, but like a fly on his forehead, but only where he wants to go. And when I decide I don't want him anymore, I cannot click on this guy over here and jump into him. Although, according to what's up here, it says that I can. Manually switching in walkthrough mode is on, but it doesn't allow me to do it. It also says allow movement in vehicle or citizen mode. That's on. It also doesn't allow me to do that. So we're stuck with Raymond Phillips wherever he's going until he goes into a building. It says he's going home, so we're going to ride with him until he gets home, because if I hit the tab button right now, which used to jump me out of him, I get nothing. If I hit the escape button, I get nothing except, do you want to resume the game or stop? And if I hit the escape again, it takes me back into the game. But that's all it will let me do. So in order to get out of this fellow, rather than wait for him to get home and be bounced back where we started, which we're going to do this time, but then I'll show you how I can, the only way I can get out of a sim now is to close the game, save it, close it, and then go back into it. That is the only way that I can get out of a sim that I'm stuck in. So the game is going to, our first persons are going to, until Paradox or, you know, whoever does the Sims, City Skylines, whoever does this, and I think it's Paradox, until they do another download that fixes this problem, or until N-Light, who created the mod that I use, goes in and fixes the problem so that it matches the new update, we're stuck with this. So I'm really sorry, I apologize, but our first persons are going to be, you know, kind of boring at this point. Ugh. Oh well, you get what you get and you deal with what you have, right? Okay, so he's headed home, probably going into one of these apartments, and then we'll bounce back. And I'll show you what else we can do. We can sometimes, if we're not in a vehicle, if we're sitting on a vehicle, if we go into a vehicle and we sit on it, now I can't do it here. I can't go over here and grab a vehicle, okay? But if I'm in another vehicle like this one, and I'm not inside the windshield, but I'm like a fly on the top of the hood of the vehicle, it depends upon the vehicles, then I can jump into another vehicle by clicking on it. But if like I jump into a garbage vehicle, I'm stuck in that one until it goes back to where it came from, because if you're inside the windshield, you're stuck, just like being inside one of these guys. Okay? Okay, so, oh, now it won't even let me go. There we go. Okay. A lot of restrictions we did not have before. Extremely frustrating. Nothing we can do about it, so we'll just live with it. I think he's going into the back to sit. Yep, and we're stuck in him. We cannot get out of Raymond Phillips. If he's sitting there, we're stuck looking at the wall behind him until he decides to get up and move and go somewhere else. If he goes inside the building instead of to the back of the building, then we can get out of him. Otherwise, not so much. Very, very frustrating. And now he's going to come back out. Now he's inside the building, and we should be able to break loose from him now. By clicking somewhere else. Clicking anything else. There, and then clicking loose from that without clicking a camera. Okay. Okay, now we're loose and we can go about our business, and I can show you what we'll do if we get in somebody and we want to get out right away. Let's say that's a bicyclist and he's going home. So we'll jump down into him. He's bicycling by this tourist right now. Now see, we're in him and we cannot jump into the, oh, maybe we can. Except the tourist doesn't have, no, we're still stuck in him. Okay, let's see if we can jump into this Jeep. I thought I was stuck in him. I'd rather jump into the little old lady, but I went too far past her. Let's see if we can jump into this fella. Ah, okay, so we can transfer to other people. Sometimes. Now, how we wound up looking sideways, this is another glitch in the update. All of a sudden, we're looking sideways, you know, from where this guy is going. He's walking to the right, and normally you'd see in front of him, and instead, we're seeing his shoulder while he looks off to the left. That's not normal. That's another glitch. It's kind of nice to be able to look at the park, but it's a glitch that I'm not particularly thrilled with at the moment. I mean, we're practically looking at his head. I'm waiting for someone else to drive by. Okay. Yeah, we're stuck with him. We can't seem to get out of him. Maybe we can get into this little person out here. Nope. When it jiggles like this, you're stuck. It jiggles like that if you're down in the metro and the guy has gotten on the train and he's gone, but you can't get on the train. It does that till he gets off the train at some other point, and then it goes and shows you the other point. Well, here, God only knows what it's going to do. It's keeping us with him, but it's not allowing me to click on this other lady here that I want to go to. Let's try it with it in green. No. With it turned off. No. Okay. This is just like being inside the windshield. Okay. So now we can get out of him. Goodness. Our first persons are really messed up. Okay. Now if I jump into a first person as a vehicle, all right, say as a police car. See, now I can jump into this motorcyclist who's in front of us. In a vehicle, I can do that as long as I'm not seeing pieces of the windshield here. If I'm back too far, like in some of the bigger vehicles, I'm not sitting on the hood like I am right here. I'm sitting inside in the passenger seat. When I'm sitting inside, I can't jump into the other guy. Well, okay. Can I jump into this person? Yes, I can. But I don't want to because I want to jump into another vehicle. Well, this might be interesting. Can I jump into the police officer? No. No camera. No camera there, so I can't jump into him. That's too bad. There aren't any other vehicles. Okay, now I can jump into this vehicle. And I can see the police vehicle right here that I was in on the hood of. I am now on the hood of the Jeep and can therefore jump into anything else. If I jump into this guy, I'm on the bicycle, on the handlebars of the bicycle, which once he gets where he's going disappears, by the way. It doesn't just get parked somewhere like the cars. And when it disappears, you go back to where you started. Now I may be able to jump into another vehicle or another person if I should see one. Like this bicyclist who's apparently going, oh, he's going to the promenade. That might be interesting. Okay, so we just jumped out of this guy into the guy that's over here on the sidewalk. And this guy is going to a promenade where, by the way, he'll jump off the bike and we will lose him and the bike. So normally I would stop just before the promenade, which is coming up, by the way. I would stop just before it and jump out of him and then jump onto him when he gets off the bike, but I can't do that because, see, if I stop right now and I try to hit the tab to get out of him, I get nothing. If I hit the escape, I get nothing. Just, you know, I can click down here and get his box back usually. No, I can't even do that now, can I? Okay. Stuck in him without even being able to get his box back. Very frustrating. And now he's going to go to the promenade. Once he gets there, we're not going to get off at the promenade with him. His bike will disappear, he will walk in, but we will be bounced back to where we started. Can pretty much guarantee it. And there you go. Bounced right back where we began. Only it's nighttime now. Okay, well, kind of showed you what we're up against here for first person riding along. I'm going to go ahead now and take this out of nighttime mode because I need to do some work. Well, I thought I took it out of my nighttime mode. There we go. Okay. What I want to do is set up the electric lines here. I ran a test run for this episode, and these guys built up, and then all of the electricity that was coming out to them wasn't getting through the lines, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out why. I crashed it a couple of times before I figured out that I can't depend on the electricity going through the buildings, even when the buildings are there. Out here, I think maybe because we're taking it so far away from the electric source, which is the dam, you know, which is way the heck up here, right? And we're trying to, there's the dam, and we're trying to take it way across this entire city out to here. Um, that's way up there to way out here, and it just can't make it. So, following the lines back, I have a solid line here that goes by farming and then connects to the buildings, one of the parks actually, in the forestry department, but does not connect to the other lines. So what I need to do is connect these up first thing to each other, okay, so that they're all blue. Is that one connected there? Yeah. And then down here there's a break right there, and I need to run them along the back of this all the way over, because I cannot depend on these guys. There. Now I have a solid line by way of these power lines all the way out now to, and I need to turn this to stop. I have it now going all the way out to the industrial area, which I also need to work on, because even though it's oil and ore, it pretty soon these guys are going to have used it all up. It goes a lot quicker than you would think. And then I'm going to have to turn all this into farming land and all of this down in here into industrial. So I need to start a farming area over here, or an area over here of oil and ore that will become farming land once it's cleaned up. Meantime, we have more farming here. But this is our next problem. These guys don't have any electricity, and I need to take electricity out to them without making it too obvious. So I am going to try and run the electricity right down here. Literally in the water. Where is that? Yeah. And then up this way, so that when I put a business district in up here, we won't be seeing all of the lines that were being run to get over here. Okay. And then of course I still have to go across this to get to it, but I think I went a little bit too far. I only needed to go that far. Oh, I can't go over that bridge. Can I? Oh my goodness, I can. How did I get away with that? Can cars still go under it? Oh, I guess they can. It looks pretty tacky, but it's the best we can do for now. Until I get more buildings all the way over here and I can connect to the forestry department, which is going to be a while. So, but now I do have, let's see, I have electricity in, and as you can see, I have spots here where I've put in a park and it's too close to the water, so all the trees have died. So like this one, I'm going to take him out, and then I'm going to go to the parks and pick the park. I think it's this one that is only 3 deep for this spot. There we go. There. Now that one the tree shouldn't die because he's back far enough, I hope. Okay, so what have we got going here? All right, need to put these in. Oops, 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 don't want to do those. Want to do, how about this one? That's what I had before. And, okay. I'm trying to make it a little bit different in each spot. Space already occupied. Who by? Okay. And then where's the wonky one? Huh. Okay, I have that one. I have that one. I have, that's not it. I think it was way over here. Boy, trying to find the parks that I created is a little hard. I guess I'll just use the one I can see. Okay. Okay, and this one is 4 deep. Don't want that. And that one has a Mother Nature in it. Don't want that. This one's 8 deep, but very thin. I guess I can put it there, and there, and there, because I can't seem to get anything else in there. I thought I had one a smidge wider. Oh, that one's only 4 deep. That's not good. How about this one? 8 deep, 6 wide. That's perfect. Okay. Sometimes you just have to play around with them a little bit. And this one, I think I need the real skinny one here. Yeah. Except it doesn't like it there. This one is 8 deep. Don't want that. This one is 4 deep. That would work if I can get it to connect here. It really doesn't like this spot, does it? 8 deep. Nope, can't use that one. Well, this is no fun at all. Okay, well, we'll just leave it at that, I guess. So the parks are done, and I need to put in some residential, but before I do that, I should probably set it up so everybody doesn't get sick. So I'm going to need, I should probably make 2 roads, entering and leaving. One over here. And then in between them, I can put a clinic and a crematorium and a fireplace, a fire department. There we go. Okay, clinic, crematorium, and fire department. And guess what they don't have? They don't have electricity or water. So I should probably check the water. Oh, I don't have water in these either. So I guess we'll run water out first. Okay, comes from here and goes to here. Is Someday it'll go that way, but right now it needs to go this way. And bam. Okay, now I can put in housing. I have the electricity. And I wouldn't need to run wires again. I don't think. Where's the electric now? I could put a park here, and that might do it. I know, me and my parks, right? But I love my parks. They're so pretty. You don't like them? Too bad. Okay, there we go. Now we have electricity and water there, and those should be fine. I did have water, right? Okay, there we go. And then I can put in a little bit of housing right at the beginning here. We'll just put in a little bit. Now I have electricity and water for all of them, so I could probably just go ahead and dump it in here all along. Maybe I'll do that. I mean, there won't be that many going in because, let's face it, there's not that much call for residential. But I can set it up for it now because there's nothing that it's going to hurt. There's going to be electricity and water running through the whole thing anyway. Whoops, I better not do that part. Oh, I missed. It started to put one in before I could even get it out of there. See, I don't want one there, so that'll come back out. I guarantee it. There. I think it will anyway. No, it's still hanging in there. It's not supposed to. I'm going to have to get rid of it. It needs to build back. I don't want anything coming off this road. And the driveway was coming out that way. And I want them to come this way on these houses. Okay. And housing over here. And then these guys have a nice park that runs all along a nice river. Okay. This should work. It doesn't though, does it? How weird is that? Okay. Maybe if I go this direction with it. Okay, and I did not need this road anymore. There we go. And housing can come all the way out. There. Okay, and we have just a couple little houses are already going in. Not many, huh? There's one there. Oh goodness, look at this truck. I don't want a big old truck in here in the middle of my neighborhood. I forgot to zone. I did not zone. Okay, let's go ahead and zone this whole thing right across here. I don't want to get on the freeway, but I want to get on any access from the freeway. There we go. Oops, wait a minute. I didn't want to start a second one. Okay, I guess I have to go a little smaller just to give myself something to hold on to that's not up against the freeway, and then I can get bigger. Yeah, because I would like to do this as quickly as possible. There. Okay. Now, later, as I expand, I will have to expand this, of course. But for now, I just need to get up into the part where the cars and vehicles are trying to come off the freeway. I don't want any large vehicles up in this area, because I'm going to put a park around this little lake here eventually. So I just want to make sure that all of this is there. Can't have it on the, there we go. Okay, now that should stop any vehicles that are coming in. I guess I should go in a little closer, make sure there's nothing coming in here either. You know, right across here. I'm just trying to cover this one so that trucks don't accidentally get caught in there. Okay, but I don't want it to be over the freeway. Oh, well, somehow I deleted the whole thing. I didn't mean to do that. Darn, every time I turn around it does that. Okay. You really don't like that, do you? Okay, we'll go around this way. All I'm trying to do is get to that spot. There. Okay, that should keep the trucks from going in. And this, oh, we don't even need to do that, but we do need to, I don't need to say what it is because it isn't anything specific. I do need to go to policies, and my whole reason for doing this is so that I can say heavy traffic ban. And encourage biking and bike ban on sidewalks. All of this is apparently not costing me any in taxes. High-rise ban. Well, I better leave that alone. God only knows what I want to put in the middle there. Okay. Okay. Does this cost anything? Reduces crime rate, double the usual prison sentences. Okay, I like that one. Okay, there we go. So that takes care of the policies, and we will call this Pegasus Park. And you'll see why later. Pegasus. Well, we'll call it Park for now. Okay. So this whole area is now Pegasus Park, and it's going to be called Pegasus Park because I intend to put a Pegasus statue right there eventually. Meantime, right now, it's housing. But the next neighborhood, the next park that goes down the middle is going to have a big Pegasus statue on it. First, this has to fill in. Okay, so that part's done. It still wants a lot of residential, and there's plenty of room there for it. What have we got going up here still? I'd kind of like to take a look at our new neighborhood. Is anybody going into it, I wonder? Even though there isn't hardly anything there yet. one would think that there would have to be, oh, I got it too late. Forestry truck. Oh, it's just trying to get out. Okay, we don't want that one. Those were the ones that were in there before. All these forestry trucks were in here before before I zoned it against them. So they'll come out, and I'm assuming that we won't have any more forestry trucks running through here or anything else large. Dexter is driving to Riverwalk Park, which is one of these. Uneducated adult tourist. Oh, even if he gets out, we won't be able to jump onto him. I wouldn't be able to get out of him anyway, even if I could grab hold of it. What's this one? Okay, nobody in that yet. Let's see if anything does enter here, like maybe even just a garbage truck. Anything at all? I'm kind of hoping something will be going down into the neighborhood here. Well, the good news is the big trucks are not going down into it. Bad news is nobody else is either. So I have nothing to follow. There's nobody out walking about. I can't jump into anything because there's nothing there. This is really fun to watch a neighborhood getting built, though. I like to watch neighborhoods being built. I don't know if you do. I prefer to watch them in first person down here, but I can't get into first person, so this is the best we can do until Paradox fixes our first person. Where's this guy going? Riverwalk Park. That might be our best bet at this point. Okay, I'm not going to jump into him until he gets off the park. Oh, he's leaving. He's going to a different one. Oh, there's somebody walking, going to Riverwalk Park and walking. And it's a tourist, and we can't jump into a tourist. Well, shoot. Oh. Anybody else being built? There's a little building being built right here. You can see the foundation getting put down. See? There it goes. Those of you who don't have the game, who are just watching, the game does this automatically when you zone something for residential, which is what that green was that I put out here. It just happens automatically. Things start getting built, and people ask for water, and then they get it if you've got water underneath them. See, little request for water, and then of course they connect up, and they don't need to. Unlike SimCity, I've never seen movers bringing people in. All of a sudden, people are just living there. Like this van is going to a pasta restaurant. He lives here, but he's going to a pasta resident. Now right here we've got a driveway that just came in. I don't know if you can see it, a driveway. And this is the foundation for a house. And there goes the house. Where's this guy going? Driving home. Okay, well, I'm going to go with him because once he gets there, and I think he's here somewhere, once he gets there and drives in, I think we'll bounce back and we can look at something else. There was a house being built right there that we just passed. I just didn't hit the bar fast enough. Okay, there we go. And he went... New buggy. Okay, and there's the buggy that hopefully I can get out of. And there is Katie Alexander, who was driving the buggy. There. And she's going into her house. She has a little tiny house, but it's her own house, you know? And of course then she's gone because And here comes Emma Alexander, who is a teen who must live there with her. Oh, she's going into the back. Uh-oh, you know what that means? That means we're trapped with Emma. Emma has decided to sit down and relax, and we can't get out of her without going out of the game. Oops. Tabbing, getting nothing. Escape, getting nothing. Okay. Nope. Nope, we're stuck with her. Okay, well this is one of those instances where I don't want to sit for 15 minutes, and we're at 40 minutes already. So I stop it. I go up to Save Game. I save the game as 22 ended. Okay. And then I have to, and then the only way I can get out is to quit and go to main menu. This is the only way I can get out of her. I'm doing it the long way. In episodes after this one, I won't walk you through how I'm doing this. You won't need to know how I'm doing it. We'll just, you know, it'll look to you like I just jumped out, but I may be in a different place in the game when I jump out. But like this is what I'm going to have to go through every time. And back into the game. Wait for it to do its thing. See, now I will have you on pause in the episodes after this one, but I just wanted you to realize what we have a problem with Paradox right now. It's really bad. And everybody is wishing that Paradox would hurry up and do another download to us that has all of this fixed, or if not that, at least the N light. That's the word light with N in front of it. He or she has a wonderful mod that I use constantly and have been using, and hopefully N-Light will go in and do a workaround for this problem that Paradox has caused to his or her mod, and then we'll all be back being able to do what we were doing before. He or she probably has to stop being disgusted first, and right now I imagine he or she is probably very disgusted with Paradox and probably won't do anything for a couple of weeks. So until he or she does, we'll just have to do it the hard way, this way, going all the way out, waiting for the game to open all the way back up, and then, you know, going back in. I'm going to put you on hold. Well, okay, it did open back up. See, it always opens me here, and I know we were over here somewhere. Okay. I think we were down in that little teeny tiny house right there. Yeah. And if we went around to the back, we'd probably see her sitting in her chair. Yep, there she is. Okay, there is... Okay, there's Emma, and she's the one that went in and sat down. Although I think maybe it was this lady, not the dog. Well, I can't even get a hold of the woman that the dog. But anyway, this is the woman that we were. Sorry, had to cough. That right there, Mary Graham. Okay, she's the one who was sitting there and we were stuck in her. So now we're back where we started, for what it's worth. And the game is at 40. And I guess we could jump into this one. Oh, he's a tourist. We can't do him. because once he jumps out, we can't do anything. Another tourist. Nothing but tourists. Worker at the landfill site driving home. There we go. Okay, Taylor Cook is just coming into the neighborhood, and with any luck at all, we'll see some buildings or something. Where is he going? Oh, he got out. Okay. Um, all of these people got out, and we were apparently, that's Taylor Cook right there. Okay, and all these people got out of this vehicle that we were previously sitting in, and there it goes. It's dropped folks off, and everybody's going into this building. I'll bet you anything Cook follows them. Yep. Okay, so that's the end of that, and we are at 45 minutes, so that's the end of episode 22. We accomplished a teensy little bit, and from here on out, when I do the first persons, what few I can manage, I won't put you through showing you how I have to go through dealing with all of this crap until Paradox fixes their last download that they messed us up with. Okay. See you in episode 23. Bye.